Hey, General Splatton, this is a response to your contest vid, kind of at the last second. It's one of those things that I kept forgetting to do, um, but hopefully I can get this in on time. So let's talk about progress, trying to progress as a painter when you're trying to do an army. I mean, obviously you don't play the game, so you're not trying to build an army. This Terminator here for Sergeant, we just kind of, as an example, the body was painted. Was the very first unit that I finished for my Blood Angels, were these arms I just did a few days ago. You really can't tell a difference. And that's because over the year and a half that these were painted in like summer of 2009. In the year and a half that I've been painting my Blood Angels, I had to do a consistent look, or at least I haven't had to, but it looks funny if you don't do a consistent theme for your or paint job for the entire army. So it's really hard to progress as a painter when you're stuck doing the same thing over and over again. And that's the way I feel about these guys. I've been stuck doing the same thing over and over again, and I haven't been able to try new techniques or things on the Blood Angels. But I really would like to, but then it would kind of stand out looking funny if I tried some shading instead of the extreme highlighting on some models. Especially the vehicles, I'd really like to use airbrush to do some shading. They would really stand out against the vehicles that were done with the line highlighting, and I just don't think it would look very good as an army. So I've had to branch out and do individual models, like my Icy Orc and my Arctic Orc, the Flaka Truck, the Volcanistan that I made for my cousin, which was fact out of not being needed anymore. That pisses me off. I made that model and then they updated the Dark Angels facts, so the Dark Angel Codex is actually usable. That's neither here nor there. So yeah, all of my progression has been done on these individual models or the individual orc units I've done, because the orcs aren't as important to have that consistent look. In fact, I would be surprised if they did have a consistent look. But the Blood Angels aren't so lucky. In order to have a really good looking army, they just need to be all the same. And so getting in that, it's not really a rut, but it is a rut, and there's really no way to get out of it except to stop painting Blood Angels and to do something else. Yeah, so that's about all I want to talk about is the need to do when you're painting an army over a long period of time, your progression as a painter happens because you're practicing all the time. You're doing the work, putting in the time, and you want to do more stuff, but you just, as I said, you just can't do it and still have a consistent looking army. So yeah, that's what I have to say about progressing as a painter when you're actually building an entire army. If you're doing one-offs, dioramas, that kind of stuff, then you can do whatever you want. I mean, there's no restrictions. You can practice new techniques all the time. If you're actually trying to get an army done, not so much. So I'm going to put up some stills here in chronological order, and that'll be it. Talk to you guys later.